So Pharah's blown you up a few times, and now you want to be the one blowing people up. Here are some tips for Pharah, how to get started, what strategies you want to use to succeed in Overwatch. Chris Waters here with Danny O'Dwyer. Danny, let's start with the basics. What does Pharah do?
Pharah is basically the sort of Team Fortress 2 soldier of this video game. She is the rocket launcher class, is the sort of easiest way of putting it. She's all about hassling the opposition. She's all about dealing damage on, individuals and on groups as well, and killing people quick and then getting the hell out of there.
Yeah, that rocket has splash damage, so you don't have to hit the person directly. You can hit something near them, or you can hit groups. So you just want to be throwing those rockets in there, and the best place to do that is from on high.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, positioning is basically the most important thing with her. Her abilities, as you said, rocket launcher, basically just shoots out rockets at a pretty steady rate. She also has a concussive blast, which does deal damage, but is mostly used for disrupting people, knocking snipers off of their positions, sort of splitting groups apart as well. It's also really good for using against shields, because it does quite a lot of damage against those. So if there's a Reinhardt coming at you, for instance, really good to use that there.
Yeah, if someone's charging in at you, if someone's coming real close, you push them back. And that's one of the things about Overwatch is positioning is huge. And Concussive Blast, also a fun way to push people off a ledge if you can swing it.
Yeah, if they're quite close to it, it's always a real treat to try and knock them off. Her ult, Rocket Barrage, real good for taking out groups of people, especially if you're standing right above them. I mean, positioning for that one's really important. Making sure there's not like a sniper around, making sure there's not a turret around as well. If you can get a group of people maybe on the point, unleash your ults, does serious damage.
Yeah, and it recharges fairly quickly. It's one of the faster ones, so use it often. One of the trickiest Pharah ults I got was someone just came in a doorway. Like 3 of me and my teammates were in a room. She blew us all up. But yeah, big damage and combos really well with something like Zarya's ult. Look for opportunities for people in groups, just blow them all up.
Yeah, and when it comes to Pharah, positioning is everything. Get in the air. Make sure that you are using rooftops for resting, that you're not stuck sort of with Gen Pop in the middle of the fight, because you're going to get yourself attacked a lot more there. She's also useful for flanking, so if you can find a sort of an odd way around the map to maybe take out a turret that's hanging out back there, or a Widowmaker, especially snipers, you should really be attacking them. In fact, if there is a Bastion on that map and you're Pharah, that is your responsibility.
You need to be blowing up Bastion, you need to blow up Torbjorn's turrets.
Yeah.
And don't forget about the hover. You can use your jetpack to get on ledges. It doesn't always have to be the jump jet that launches you directly into the air. Hovering is a great way to maneuver around the map. And be careful. A temptation is just to sort of sit up in the sky and rain down death. It's a great way to get yourself sniped. So again, mobility is key with Pharah. Pop up, pop back down, pop up, pop back down.
Exactly. I mean, you can take out Widowmakers and turrets with Pharah really easily. You can just as easily make yourself an easy target for those people if you launch up in the air too early. If you're going after Widowmaker, don't jump and fly towards her. Jump once you're at her feet, because she's going to have a really hard time looking up with a sniper scope to try and take you out. And that's how you basically do that. That's a really important sort of aspect with her. I mean, the other thing is to focus fire on tanks as much as possible. The thing with Pharah is she can shoot really, really high damage from quite far away. So you can stay back. You don't need to be at the front of the pack. You can stay back, and as long as you've got eyes on the melee that's there, just keep lobbing rockets in there over and over, and then change position because they know where you are.
Mercy's got the angel wings, but picture yourself like the guardian angel of your team, just sort of hovering around the shoulders, popping up here and there, blowing people to smithereens, and you'll be well on your way to playing a solid Pharah.
For sure, and I guess the last big tip for me is when you're on maps that are, they've got a point, a lot of those are internal with buildings with quite high ceilings. Jump up there, use the right click to float around, and if you can, get justice to rain from above, in those situations, you're onto a winner.
You might get yourself a play of the game.
Yeah, play the games come pretty frequently with Pharah.
Have fun playing Pharah, folks, and stay tuned to GameSpot for more of our Overwatch tips.
First round, 1.